Hey everyone, and welcome back. So this is the first official video of 2019, and I'm excited because this is going to be more of an explanation video, because I've had lots and lots and lots, especially last year, of requests about how I pick lighting sources. So for Faceted Gems as well as Cabochons. And it's basically the same, so I wanted to lay a few of those pieces out for you so that you could see them and sort of understand how I pick things and where I put things. So that's what we're going to be doing. So we have our basic cabochon, and then from the side it looks something like this, right? Cabochons are flat when they lay down on the ground, and then they're rounded on top. And then this would be the top view. Now when you look at something, the way your eyes read it is, this is up, this is down, because that's how you look at the world. And I usually base that on the sun. So my lighting source on the sun. And the sun is never straight down. Unless it is the middle of the summer and it is right about noon when the sun is at its highest peak. So the sun is almost always coming from here or coming from here. So that's literally how I pick my direct sunlight. It's either coming from here or from here. Now because this is a top view, and we're thinking about a gem as it's lying on the page, so that's also going to mean it's pointed up some ways, like up, like towards my lamp over here, and not straight directly this way. If it's straight directly this way, your highlight would be right here on the very edge, but it's not. Why is that? Because your sun is not lying on the paper pointed at the gem. Okay? I don't have one of my thingies over here, but I do have a ring. Maybe that'll work. Okay, so your sun is not, I need a sun. Hold on. Let me find a sun. This is our sun. Your sun is not lying on the page pointed at your cabochon, which would make your highlight right here. Because it would be up here pointed at something that's lying flat on a page, that's why you have space between the edge and your highlight. Okay? That's why that edge is so incredibly important. And also because you're going to have this so dark, because on the edge, on the very edge, looking at it over here, on this edge is just dark. This does not work as well as an actual cabochon, and I don't know where mine are at the moment. So I'll have to find those for any other explanation videos. But because your sun is coming from up here, these edges are dark. That's why we always do that, okay? So if this is on your page, this is your page, lying at it, your sun is going to come in from here. And this is going to be your highlight. Again, your edge is dark. You're going to see this is where this brighter, more intense color is. And then this is going to be your brightest spot because the light's coming in kind of like this. And as refraction happens, so it's going to come in here, and here, and here, as it spreads throughout the gem. So then your bright spot is going to be here, because that's where your sun's coming in. So you've got the dark, you've got intense color here, and then you've got, so you've got dark, intense colors, and then you've got light all through here. So this is light, and then this bounces back up at your eye. Okay, this is you, staring at your page. This is a horrible picture, so, you know. But this is you staring at your page. Okay, so this is bouncing back up at your eyes. So that's why you see the super light, the intense, and the dark, just like this. Okay? Now the same thing happens when you're doing faceted gems. Okay? So, you've got, I'm doing a little bigger so you can see the facets on it. And yes, they are this easy to draw. But then again, I've been doing it for a long time, so don't get mad. Okay, so we have our diamond shape. This is a regular brilliant cut. This is from the top, of course, looking down. And then from the side. Am I going off camera? I hope not. Let's move this. Alright. So, from the side, we have, these are the top facets, which are called crown facets. And then you have the bottom, which is called pavilion facets. Okay. Just so that you know, we have a, okay, this one goes here. Alright. So, we've got the crown facets and the pavilion facets. Now, light, again, comes from the side, a side, doesn't matter which one you pick. And most of the time, this is the table facet right in the middle. Then you have the ones touching it, okay? Then you have the big ones that are kind of tilted backwards, and then you have the ones that are tilted farthest back are these outside ones. Most of the time you will see these little ones surrounding the middle lit up. And those will be the ones that are hitting directly with your sunlight because it's coming from up here. Remember? Okay, so just like with this, you're going to come in and you're going to see the darkest here, right by your highlighted ones. You're going to see light here, and these will be the opposite of that. They'll be the dark ones. And then these are kind of mid-tones, darker, you know, however you want to kind of do them. But that's generally how it is. You've got the lighter part here. You've got your real intense middle. You got darker and darker. And then you've got your highlight up here. And that's how it goes, okay? What happens when the light comes in is it hits right up here. And then comes down in here, hits these side facets instead of hitting a straight bottom facet like this, or a straight bottom like this. It hits here, and it goes here and here and here and here and here and disperses all over, and then it goes from here to here to there 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 and some of it comes out here. Okay, that's why you get the fire inside of diamonds and whatnot. So that's why you get the random pops of really brilliant colors everywhere else, is because you've got the light bouncing around, creating those incredibly bright pops of color. Okay? That, I hope, explains a little bit about the representation of it. So when doing the faceted gems, this is a horrible picture. I'm doing it really fast for you. Okay, this is going to be the middle. I didn't draw all of them. They go like that at the ends. This is your middle. It's called the table. And that's the big flat piece on top. The ones touching it are the ones that usually stay a little bit lighter up top, because that's where your light's coming from. The ones around the bottom, usually darker. Not always, but most of the time, usually a little bit darker. And then around here is just kind of these around here, the big ones. They can be darker, they can be lighter, and especially the edge. The edge, sometimes I do it darker, sometimes I do it lighter, just kind of how I want the feel of the gem to be. But play around with it, and always, always pay attention to edges. Edges on a faceted gem are going to be any corners and edges. So any of the edges of the facets as well as the edges of the gem. And over here are just going to be the edges of the cabochon. I know I'm jumping around a lot, so if you want more explanations, more stuff, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of that this year. And I'm going to be coloring them with you. I'm going to be helping to explain them to you. We're going to go into watercolor and gouache or gouache. I don't know how to say it. Maybe even some of the acrylic stuff that I've been doing. So if you have specific questions, I don't want you to just go, oh, well, maybe she didn't answer that. Ask your questions. I want to be answering them this year. I want to be doing specific videos for them. So let me know what your questions are very specifically. And if you have suggestions or whatever for different videos, I want to see them. And I don't want it to be like, more tutorials. Like, that's very general, and that doesn't help when I'm picking out what videos to do and what not to do. So be very specific with what tutorials you'd like to see. Be like, I'd like to see an emerald. Okay, do you want to see a faceted emerald? Do you want to see a cabochon emerald? Do you want to see colors picked out for an emerald? Like, what do you want to see? Like, I want to know very specifically. So just let me know, and we're going to build a list to go through this entire year. So I hope that answered some of your questions, and I hope it helps you with how you're doing your gems. So until next time, I'll talk to you then. Bye.